Recently, I was spending way too much time in various Ghostbusters groups on Facebook, like you do, and I came across a discussion as to whether or not we should really be complaining at all about the Spengler HasLab pack. After all, we've finally gotten a full-sized, licensed pack with working lights and sound, and despite the Neutrona wand being sold separately, $400 is still a pretty decent price for it. Well, I think there are a few things to keep in mind. First of all, we are geeks on the internet. Well, most of us, some of us. I am. And we like to complain, or at least nitpick. I do think it's a good idea to try to phrase the nitpicks as nitpicks, and admittedly I'm guilty of not doing this myself. Along the lines of, it would be nice if, it would be cool if, I kind of wish they would have, but it's fine, or I can understand why they didn't do it, or it's just a personal thing. And then there are a few things which kind of fall in the middle. For example, I had to do some Googling to find out that this thing needed 4D batteries. I couldn't find it on the Hasbro Pulse website, I couldn't find it on the Hasbro Pulse app, and they also did mention that it was made to take an LC1 Alice frame, but no further information. They didn't mention, not even in the FAQ. There's a difference between an LC1 and an LC2 and what the difference is, and that it's specifically sized for a Rothco 2255.
It's deadlocked!
And then there are some things which I think actually qualify as actual complaints. Actually. One is the sheath here, or whatever it is coming apart. It's unraveling. I've barely touched it. This is, I think, is the most I've touched it ever. Makes me wonder if there's anything else that's falling apart that's just not in front of my eyes. The other thing is, of course, I think we all know it. It's basically extended try-me mode. After 3 minutes, it shuts down. And that's if you switch it on here. If you do it here, it lasts 30 seconds. And finally, let me turn this down a bit here. There's the issue of quality control. And Analog Toys has done an excellent video on the subject, link in the description. And I've heard different stories from different people. Actually, it appears that Hasbro is shipping out replacements to people, so, good. Gonna have to do a lot of editing of what I already said in the past. Which brings me to a QC issue that I've encountered, and you may remember I bought 4 of these. Fortunately, I've checked with my friends, none of them have had this problem, so probably good that it's my problem, since I think I can take care of it. Okay, here are the directions that the lights are supposed to run. And let's take a look at it in slow motion. That's what we're doing right now. Yep, definitely going like this. So we gotta get in here. And as has been previously pointed out, the bellows is plastic, but the actual screw part is metal. Careful. So careful here. And how on earth did you build such a small cyclotron? Got it. You're a genius. Now this thing was designed to be easily moddable, so the cables are designed to come out. This one more so, but for this we're gonna have to remove both of them. I mean, this can be removed, but it's harder. And if you want to get it back on, that's not too hard, just not compared to this one. So we'll put it here. 2 of the CRT emitters are missing. Okay, I'll stop. Sorry. Okay, full disclosure, I know this won't actually work, but I figure show, don't tell, right? Wouldn't it be great if I could just remove this thing and find the accessible parts underneath? Close, but not close enough. So there are 3 Phillips head screws. 1, 2, 3. So I hope I got this angled properly. And get my trap screwdriver here. Okay, so I got 2 of them out here. Where did I put it? Uh-oh. And then this one. Gee, sorry. There we go. There we go. Unfortunately, the rest is kind of glued in there, so I need a, where to put it? I need a flathead screwdriver. Now, someone else did a video showing how to do this, link in the description, but, oh yeah, there's my expensive toy breaking. Great. I got a prying piece thing here. As you can see, I'm making progress here. And more progress. Okay, I got to take back some of the criticism I made of that other video where he didn't have a well-situated camera. Oh, there we go. Okay. And, well, here we got the lenses. Oh, which one is which again here? It's this one. Huh. Okay, let's be very careful here. Oh wait, did he just rotate? Alright, gotta go looking for that again. Okay, and right now it's going rotate this way, so I need to make it go this way. Okay, according to what I've read on Facebook, the best way to get rid of these stumps here is with a soldering iron, and I'm wearing my magnifying helmet to make extra sure here. So, very lightly. Very carefully. In fact, so slowly that I probably shouldn't have a camera. So, yeah, still got to do a little more melting. As you can see, I got a little too far to the side there. Got to be very careful with this. Okay, one of them's free. The other two got to work on a little, maybe. Oh, okay, maybe just the other one. Okay, got it out. I think I'm gonna have to clear some of the melted rubble there to get it easier to go back in, but as you can see, the wires are kind of twisted underneath, so rotating shouldn't be a problem. And as you can also see, they're numbered 1, 2, 3, so I don't have to draw an arrow on it like I was thinking of doing. Snap! Totally not a reenactment. And this just snapped right back in there too. Sorry. I really need to work on my setup a little bit. So before I go through the trouble of putting everything back on, let's see if it even works. Confirmed. Kind of interesting here. It looks like they maybe intended the wires to be a little longer originally, and then didn't quite work out that way. Okay, so let's try to get this thing back together, huh? Okay, there it goes. Yes. There we go. Okay, maybe. Okay, I heard a snapping sound, and not a breaking things snapping sound, but a snapped into place sound. So, that's right. There's this. This also supposed to go. What is this? It's going deeper. This is how it always looked, and it just looks different now because, oh, that's as deep as everything goes. Okay. Now, there are 3 screws. The longer one goes in here, and the, well, I lost one of the shorter ones because I thought this was a good place to store the screws. This place with this opening that I've, oh, look, I made it even bigger. So I had to make a replacement. Yeah, I think I might need some tweezers or magnetizing. Let's go with tweezers. And make sure this is plugged back in, otherwise it won't be plugged in. Now for the other one, and I wasn't joking about the tweezers. Nah, it's really only secured on this side, so, yeah, look at this. It's in there, it needs to remain flat, so, it needs to remain connected. Hey, check it out. These 3 screws hold the end filter in place, but
nothing else. Okay, I rewatched the video linked in the description, and it claims that you can just snap everything in place here. Yeah, that's snapping. No. Maybe if I do that before I put this in place. Okay, I like that. Maybe I like that, I don't know. No, it's still coming out. Yeah. I'll make sure this snaps in and goes under here and maybe now. I'm gonna go with probably not, but I'll tighten these anyway. And here it's snapping. Yeah, I think we already know. Yeah, and the thing is, I mean, I could just glue it, but I want to be able to make mods in the future, so I think maybe I've got an idea, maybe. Okay, I've got Duck brand double stick tape, allegedly permanent, and let's get a close-up here. Notice these raised rectangular indentations here. I think this would fit over them relatively nicely. So okay, so I got it on all the rectangular things and also around the edges wherever there was kind of a rectangular worn out sort of thing. There goes the screwdriver. Should I even risk this? Oh, maybe. Maybe if, I gotta be pressing tightly enough. I don't know. Maybe it was always like that and I just never tested it. As you can see, it is connected, so it's on properly. And I give it a little time. 12 hours later. Well, oh, wait, is that, did I hear something fall? Let's see our, well, here's the big question. Yep, okay, one other slight possibility. I'm gonna mark where these occur. Okay, this seems to be the most visible to the camera here. I can kind of see that one too. So, maybe if I press directly on those particular sections. Well, I heard a noise anyway. I think we already know what's going to happen, don't we? Yeah. So the way I see it, I have three choices. One is to use cyanoacrylate on these, I guess, yeah, here. And that might do it. That's some rather small points, and of course it also means more potential breaking. I guess it's a second choice, but different options. Use double stick tape. Now this is our alien tape, which is very strong, and this is a 3M double stick tape, which is also strong, but not as strong as the alien tape, so it should hold, but cause less damage when I reopen it. So I'll spare you the cutting. Yeah, I'd hoped to get a little footage of peeling the backing off one of these, and yeah, you know, I just remembered where I probably put my clicky razor blade knife here. Okay. Okay. Good. That seems to be holding. Wait, acid test? Yeah. Well, gee, it's a cyclotron. Maybe I shouldn't be too rough with it anyway. Yeah, I'm sure that if I want to open this, I can, but
So, problem solved. Still, it seems a little odd that on something that was designed to be easily modifiable, that it's a bit difficult to modify, or rather fix, something that the factory messed up.